There's a silent prison that millions live in without realizing it. A cage built with hours, bills, and obligations. Wake up before the sun. Rush, work, repeat. Sleep without truly resting. And all for what? To survive. To make it to the end of the month. To not fall behind. But some have broken that cycle. Not because they were born rich, but because one day they dared to think differently. They asked themselves, what if money could work for me? What if sleeping wasn't a waste of time, but a way to earn? Have you felt it too? That quiet whisper that you were meant for something more? A life with purpose, with time, with real freedom. Comment the word freedom if you've ever dreamed of waking up without alarms and with money in your account. Because in this video, you won't hear empty theories or recycled motivational cliches. You'll discover 4 real businesses that have helped ordinary people earn over $27,000 a month while they sleep. And no, you don't need to be a genius or have millions or live in Silicon Valley. You just need something most people never dare to cultivate: patience, vision, and the courage to do things differently. Stay until the end, because what you're about to learn is the kind of knowledge they'll never teach you in school. And once you know it, there's no turning back. Business number 1: investments that pay you while you live your life. Not all businesses need offices, employees, or a corner store. Some are born quietly. No doors opened, no customer served, no clock to chase. And yet, they produce, month after month, year after year, even while you breathe, sleep, or dream. I'm talking about REITs, real estate investment trusts. Funds that own commercial centers, hospitals, entire buildings, and share the profits with investors. With people like you. Like anyone willing to plant before expecting to harvest. You don't need to buy a rental property. You don't need to deal with tenants. You don't need to fix broken pipes at midnight. You just need vision and patience. Because while the world runs, these funds beat like a financial heart. Steady, silent, and profoundly alive. Take Reality Income, for example. It has paid monthly dividends for over 50 years. Through wars, pandemics, global crises, not a single payment missed. If you had invested $1,000 10 years ago, today you'd have more than $2,500 by doing nothing more than letting the money sit there, working while you lived. Mariana, a graphic designer from Peru, understood it. She started with just $800. Now, every month, she receives $137 in dividends. And with each deposit, her freedom grows. No store opened, no product sold, no time exchanged for money. That's not luck. It's not magic. It's strategy. It's trusting the power of time and the magic of planting in fertile ground. Because sometimes real work isn't what you do with your hands, but what you let your money do for you in silence. Have you planted that seed already? Or are you still carrying all the weight alone? Comment "I rest" if you're ready to let your money work while you simply live. Business number 2: the stocks that pay you like an owner. There's a truth few people ever tell you. You don't need to build a big company to be part of one. You can own a slice of Coca-Cola, or Apple, or Johnson & Johnson. No factory required, no building to raise, no employees to hire. You just need to understand how the owner's game works. Because true owners don't just sell products, they also share the profits. And when you buy stock in a solid company, you become that, a silent partner. One who doesn't give orders, but still receives their share. That income, steady, generous, is called a dividend. And it's one of the oldest and most elegant forms of passive income. No need to guess the future. No need to chase the next trend. You just bet on what has already stood the test of time. Coca-Cola, for example, has increased its dividends every single year for more than 5 decades. Even through wars, pandemics, market crashes, they kept paying. Steady, loyal, consistent. Procter & Gamble did too. Because the secret isn't chasing money. It's aligning yourself with businesses that already know how to create it. Julian, a computer technician, figured it out. He invested $2,000 in stable, reliable stocks. Today, each month, he receives $180 in dividends. And he doesn't spend it, he reinvests it. Because he knows that every dollar reinvested is like planting a tree that will one day give him shade. One more tree, every month, every year, until one day he won't have to run anymore, because his forest will protect him. And you? What would you do if you received money every month just for being part of something bigger? What would you do with that silent freedom, that peace not tied to a boss? Write it below. Your desire, written with honesty, could be the first step on your new path.
Compound interest, the invisible seed of millionaires. There's a force you can't see, but it transforms the lives of those who understand it. Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. Warren Buffett turned it into his religion. You can turn it into your freedom. It's called compound interest. And it's simple. Reinvest what you earn, so each fruit becomes a new tree. And each tree bears more fruit. And those fruits, even more trees. Until one day, you're living in a forest you planted yourself. Compound interest won't change your life in 3 weeks, but it can give you independence in 5 years. It's the difference between someone who spends and someone who builds, between someone who merely survives and someone who wakes up each morning knowing the money keeps flowing in. Imagine planting a seed that gives you fruit every month. Now imagine 10, then 100. Comment, "I plant today," if you're ready to stop looking at the sky and start planting beneath your own feet. Business number 3, the hidden power of a digital course. Anna wasn't an influencer. She didn't appear on camera. She didn't know how to edit. She was a nurse, night shifts, cold coffee, and an insomnia that followed her like a ghost. She couldn't sleep, but she could dream. Until one early morning, between whispers of exhaustion and dim light, she discovered a simple ritual. Deep breaths, essential oils, a guided silence. And she slept. For the first time in years, she slept. She did it again. It worked. She shared it with her sister. It worked. She recorded it on her phone. No lights, no makeup, no filters. A PowerPoint presentation. A tired voice, but an honest one. She uploaded it to an online platform and forgot about it. Until a notification woke her up. A sale. Then another, and another. Today, while she sleeps, others learn how to sleep. That poetic. That powerful. Because a digital course isn't just a product. It's an invisible footprint that keeps walking even while you rest. It's capturing your knowledge, your experience, your story, and turning it into a lighthouse for others. You don't need thousands of followers. You just need something that worked for you. A recipe, a technique, a perspective. Because a digital course is like a song. You create it once, and it can be heard for years. And the most beautiful part is this. Knowledge doesn't run out when it's shared. It multiplies, it expands, and sometimes it sets you free. And you? Do you have something that changed your life and could change someone else's? Don't underestimate it. Share it below. Because sometimes the business you're searching for is already living inside you, waiting to be shared. Automation, the salesperson who never sleeps. Anna didn't become free by replying to messages one by one, nor by sending links through WhatsApp. She became free because she built a system that sells for her. Here's how it works. She offers a free guide to people struggling with insomnia. She collects their email addresses. They automatically receive a sequence of emails, written with empathy. At the end, she offers her course. No pressure, no noise. And while she rests, works, or cooks, that system keeps flowing, like an underground river that never stops moving. This isn't magic. It's structure. It's the new way to sell without chasing anyone. Today, anyone can build their own sales funnel. No bosses, no physical location, just strategy and truth. Can you imagine waking up on a Monday and seeing you made sales while you slept? That someone on the other side of the world changed their life thanks to what you created. Comment "I automate" if you're ready to build income that doesn't depend on your exhaustion. What no one tells you about creating your first digital product. Many people think a course has to have 20 modules, 300 pages, and hours of video. But that doesn't transform. That overwhelms. What truly transforms is a clear promise, a short path, a specific result. Don't teach how to improve your life. Teach how to stop procrastinating in 5 steps. Don't teach how to start a business. Teach how to get your first 3 clients in 30 days using LinkedIn. Because people don't buy information, they buy direction. They buy hope, packaged with clarity. And before you record anything, validate your idea. Do a pre-sale. If 10 people buy, you've got something the world needs. If no one buys, you didn't waste time, you gained focus. The real failure isn't being wrong. It's spending months building something no one wanted. Do you have an idea for a course or digital guide? Share it in the comments. Because maybe you just need to polish it a little to start changing your life.
The new way to rent without owning. What if I told you that you could earn income like Airbnb hosts without owning property, without mortgages, and without years of savings? It's called digital house hacking, and it's like turning an ordinary space into an invisible gold mine. Miguel, a young man from Monterrey, isn't a millionaire. He lives in a 2-bedroom apartment. He sleeps in one and rents the other on Airbnb. His monthly rent is $800, but he earns $1,200. The result? $400 in profit every single month without leaving his own home. The secret? Choosing a strategic location, decorating with taste, even if it's minimalist, taking photos that tell a story, and treating every guest like an honored visitor. You don't have to be an owner to earn like one. You just need vision, order, and a spark of courage to get started. Have you ever considered that your home could become your first asset? Tell me in the comments. Maybe your freedom starts in an empty room. Business number 4, becoming your own bank. Diego doesn't wear a tie. He doesn't have a corner office on the 27th floor. He didn't attend an elite university. But one day, he started to pay attention. He walked into the bank, like always. But this time, he didn't just look at the waiting number or his account balance. He looked deeper and asked a simple but disruptive question. Why do banks always win? The answer was so obvious it hurt. Because they lend money that isn't even theirs. Money from people like you who leave it sitting there idle. That day, Diego made a radical choice to stop being a customer and start thinking like a bank. He discovered the world of peer-to-peer lending. Platforms like Mintos, Peerberry, Prosper that connect real people with real needs and let you be the one who lends. From home, from your phone, with small amounts, with security. Diego started with $10,000. Today, he earns about $1,200 a month in interest. But he doesn't spend it. He reinvests it. He recycles it. He lets it flow, like a river that feeds itself. Because he understood something most people never see. Money is like water. If it stagnates, it rots. If it flows, it nourishes, it grows, it multiplies. And it's no longer about being a millionaire. It's about thinking differently, about stopping the consumer mindset and starting to think like a financial architect. Today, Diego doesn't depend on bosses or even his time. Every dollar he owns works, and every dollar that works builds freedom. And you? Have you ever thought about becoming your own bank? About stopping the need to ask the system for permission and starting to design your own? Comment "I lend" if you feel ready to see money from a new perspective, not as a burden, but as a tool that, when used wisely, can give you wings. The silent enemy: instant gratification. We live in the era of now. Fast food, instant rewards, likes in seconds. And without realizing it, we've been trained to avoid anything that requires patience. We want the body without the effort, the money without the wait, the freedom without paying the price. But true freedom is never instant. It's the fruit of small, consistent, invisible decisions. Warren Buffett calls it delaying gratification. Today you plant, tomorrow it grows. 5 years from now, it blooms. Every time you choose an impulsive luxury, you're selling minutes of your future. Is it worth it? What could you give up today to buy years of peace tomorrow? Comment "patience" if you're ready to stop chasing pleasure and start building power. The fear of losing that makes you lose. Fear has its place. It protects you. It warns you. It says, "Be careful." But sometimes it also traps you. It paralyzes you. It makes you watch from the window while others move forward. Many people say, "I don't invest because I'm afraid to lose." But they don't realize they're already losing. Every day, inflation erodes their savings. Prices rise, money loses value, and their account stays still. The real risk isn't in investing. It's in doing nothing. It's like standing still in the middle of a river, believing that staying put will keep you from drowning. But the water drags you anyway. Have you felt that fear? The one that says, "Just wait a little longer"? Tell me, because sometimes talking about it is the first step to breaking the cycle. Financial ignorance, the system's perfect plan. They taught you how to solve complex equations, but not how to manage your money. They made you memorize 19th century poetry, but never taught you how to read a bank contract. And it wasn't by accident, it was by design. The system doesn't need free people. It needs employees, obedient people, in debt, afraid, dependent. That's why no one ever told you about passive income, compound interest, or financial freedom. Because those who know start to question, and those who question break the mold. But today, something has changed. You have access to knowledge that used to be reserved for a select few. And that awareness is the beginning of your liberation. Comment "I awaken" if you no longer want to live by a script someone else wrote for you.
Comparison: the invisible poison of financial growth. Instagram is not real life. TikTok doesn't show the negative balance, nor the late payments, nor the anxiety behind a filtered smile. Today, we confuse success with exposure, wealth with appearances. And while you move slowly but steadily, others are sprinting toward a cliff decorated with likes. Many wear expensive watches, bought in installments. They travel, maxing out their credit cards. They smile, but they're drowning inside. Real wealth doesn't scream. It's built in silence. No rush, no audience, no need for applause. Don't compare yourself, because your path isn't meant to look like anyone else's. It's yours, it's unique, and it matters. Have you also felt that quiet pressure to keep up with the rest? Write it below. Maybe today is the day to look at your own path with pride. Not having a system, the mistake that leads to chaos. Earning more is not enough, because even the strongest river is wasted if it doesn't have a channel. Most people earn money and let it sit there without direction or purpose. And money without a system becomes chaotic. It slips away, it escapes, like water through your fingers. The rich aren't necessarily smarter, they're just more intentional. They automate, they budget, they know exactly where every cent goes. Not because they're obsessive, but because they understand that financial disorder is a form of modern slavery. Your freedom doesn't depend on how much you earn. It depends on how you organize what you already have. A system is not a prison. It's a map that keeps you from getting lost. Do you already know where your money goes each month? Comment the word structure if you feel it's time to take control. The trap of when I have money, then. When I have money, I'll start investing. When I earn more, I'll make a budget. When I save enough, I'll take that course. But the problem is that when never comes. Because it's not about having, it's about acting. Control doesn't come after money. Money comes after control. Waiting to have extra before making smart decisions is like waiting to be fit before going to the gym. Those who are financially free today started when it was hard, when it hurt, when it seemed pointless, but they started. You don't need thousands to make your first powerful decision. You only need clarity and willingness. Have you also been waiting for the perfect moment? Write it below. Sometimes saying it out loud is the most real way to break the cycle. The Buffett effect. The secret is in time, not luck. Warren Buffett isn't a magician, nor a mystical guru. He's a man who understood one thing. The greatest power of money isn't the amount, it's the longevity. Buffett started investing at age 11, and for decades he did the same thing. He invested, he waited, he reinvested, over and over again, without anxiety, without desperation. Today, his fortune exceeds $120 billion, and more than 95% of it came after he turned 60. The secret wasn't luck, it was patience. Because time, when combined with consistency, becomes the greatest wealth multiplier that exists. And you, are you waiting for the best moment? That moment has already arrived. Comment "I start today" if you've decided to plant your financial tree without waiting for spring. The power of small things that become unstoppable. We crave loud change, results that amaze, spectacular leaps. But we forget this. Roots make no sound, yet they hold up everything. $1 a day, one book a month, one new habit every 30 days. None of that is impressive until one day you look back and no longer recognize the life you left behind. Because small things done consistently become powerful, like the drop of water that seems weak but breaks the rock when it refuses to stop. Freedom isn't conquered in a weekend. It's woven into routine, into the invisible, into the decisions no one sees. Are you ready to honor the small and let consistency build you? Write below one daily action you're going to stick to. Let this time be more than just intention. Stop searching for freedom and start building it. Freedom isn't a golden ticket. It's not hidden in some remote place. You don't win it in the lottery. It doesn't magically appear one day. Freedom isn't found. It's created. With every decision, with every sacrifice of short-term comfort, with every no you say to blind consumption, with every yes you give to your vision. You don't need a millionaire mentor or a Harvard MBA. You need willpower, clarity, persistence. Every dollar you invest today is one free hour tomorrow. Every habit you form is one chain broken. Freedom isn't the destination, it's the path, and you're already on it. Comment "I build" if you're ready to stop searching outside and start building from within. It's not about money, it's about time, purpose, and soul. When we talk about financial freedom, it often sounds like we're talking about numbers, about accounts, income, investments. But we're not. What we're truly seeking isn't money. It's time, it's soul, it's purpose. It's waking up without an alarm. It's walking barefoot on a Tuesday at noon. It's taking your kids to school without asking for permission. It's helping your parents without checking your bank balance first. It's creating, for the pure joy of creating, not to survive, not to please. Money is just a tool. The real treasure is time. Time well spent. Time freely chosen. And if any part of this touched something in you, if a sentence, a sigh, a single image stayed with you, it's because a seed of freedom already lives inside you. All it needs is to be watered. Comment what moved you, because your story, told from the heart, might just be the spark that awakens someone else. And if this path resonates with you, if you're not here out of curiosity, but out of truth, subscribe. Not for numbers, but because here, we don't just talk about money. We talk about lives that want to bloom together.